The Mountaineering Talk by Bian. Please give me some support.
Who's that? The beginning person? That's my friend.
Is that Thurs?
Looks a little like the younger one.
So young.
So you all know my presentation topic today is mountaineering, and all of you are from social media.
Digital. Let's do this tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do this tomorrow. So when I was preparing for the presentation, in case some of my audience didn't know me, I prepared for a slide for a short self-introduction. It's basically a joke about my name. You know, my name is like this, Bian Ningyang, and actually my surname Bian is a very rarely seen surname in Chinese, and even some of my Chinese friends they cannot recognize this word. But I have a joke here for you guys, and I believe after hearing the joke, you guys can all remember my name very easily. So the pronunciation of my surname is exactly the same of shit in Chinese. So if I'm young, people, especially old people, will like to call me small Bian or young Bian. That means pee or urinate. If I'm getting old, yeah, my secretary would. If I'm getting old, people will call me old shit. My secretary reads like constipation, and my children reads like mutant. My wife, 变态. 变态 is like a bird of freak. I'm not sure whether my surname is the worst surname ever in Chinese. So yesterday I take a dictionary and try to search for another a worse surname than me, but I failed. And in the last, I found another surname that is probably as bad as mine. That is this one. That reads like shit. So similarly, when the guy is young, he will be called small shit. When he gets old, he will be called old shit. And there is Uncle shit, Doctor shit, and so on. In future, if I happen to fall in love with a girl with this surname Shi, I feel very sad for my children because they have a shit father and shit mother, and their surname will be shit too. So that's about my name. Yeah. Okay, at the first part of my presentation, I'd like to share with you guys my climbing experience. How did I begin to like mountaineering? The story all starts from Mount Nevada. This one I think every one of you know about it. It's very famous in Southeast Asia. I wonder how many of you has climbed this mountain? Did anyone climb? Okay, so this mountain is located in Sabah, Malaysia, and that's me and my partner. So this was the first day between me and the mountain, and I think the date went well. I began to like the mountains, and the mountains allowed me to get to the top. So later I began to climb mountains a lot. In Southeast Asia, the major high peaks are located either in Malaysia or Indonesia. Especially in Indonesia, there are a huge number of volcanoes, and they are very tall. The highest one is about 3,800 meters high. My first volcano is Mount Krakatu. It's in Java Island, Indonesia. That one is not that high. It's about 800 meters, and it is located in the island in the sea. And my second volcano is Mount Merapi. This one is considered as one of the most active volcanoes in the world. So in recent years, it keeps erupting and kills a lot of people. So that picture was taken from an airplane from Yogyakarta, and there are two volcanoes here. This one is Merapi. There is another volcano named Werbabu. And in the far end, you can see there are some other volcanoes. These pictures were taken on the summit of Merapi. And the right side picture, you can see there is some smoke on the summit. That is probably from the sulfur. So I can smell it everywhere on the summit. My third volcano is Mount Bromo. This one is probably the most famous volcanoes in Indonesia. The view is really fantastic. And in this photo, this one is Bromo, and the high one is Semiru, which I will introduce you later. This photo shows the light chain of Bromo area in the morning. This photo was taken inside the crater. Seems like some ceremony of sacrifice by locals. This is a goat. They throw the goat into the crater. But because the sand are very soft, the goat stand there and refuse to go down. So the locals have no choice, and later they took out the goat and take it back because it refused to go down anymore.
Make them the good?
Yeah, they can kill it, but they want to throw live animals into a crater. Nina should be very. Do you familiar with this kind of ceremony? Have you ever seen similar one? Okay. My first volcano is Mount Ningyang. This photo was taken at the summit in the morning, so you can see a giant shadow of the mountain. The mountain is about 30,000 and 700 meters high. So I estimate the length of the shadow probably thousands of kilometers. There is a crater lake inside the volcano, and in the lake there is another small volcano. So the structure of the volcano is very unique in Indonesia. These two pictures are taken from this one was taken from the campsite of the mountain, and from here we can see the summit of the mountain and the small volcano and the crater lake. The other picture was taken on the way down the summit, and I was sitting on the edge of the peak. That was actually quite dangerous. I'm lucky I'm alive. My fifth mountain is Mount Agung, that is located in Bali Island. So for those who have been to Bali before, you've probably seen this mountain. And this mountain is the hardest volcano I ever climbed in Indonesia. I was totally exhausted when I reached the summit and nearly could not go down the mountain because I have no strength anymore when I get to the summit. Because the mountain, the angle of the slope is very steep and the route is very long. It takes me about 12 hours to reach the summit and another 12 hours to go back. So it's about 24 hours the whole day. My sixth volcano is Mount Semiru. These pictures are taken on the summit of the mountain. That guy is not me, it's one of my friends. And besides those volcanoes, I also climbed some other mountains in Malaysia, like Gunung Ruang in Malaysia and Gunung Ledang in Johor. That one is also quite famous to Singaporeans. A lot of Singaporeans, they want to Ledang in the weekend. So after climbing these major high peaks in Southeast Asia, my interest gradually changed to those snow mountains, those mountains in higher altitude. My first snow mountain I climbed is the third peak of Mount Four Sisters. This one is called Mount Four Sisters because it has 4 peaks. So this one is the Four Sisters, it is highest. It is about 6,200 meters high, and this one is the third peak I climbed. This is the second peak, and the first peak is out of picture. This photo was taken at the foot of the mountain. It is actually a valley between a lot of peaks. This photo was taken in autumn, so that is the best period of the year to visit these mountains. This mountain is in Sichuan. And this picture, the left side picture was taken on the way to the summit. The angle of the slope is probably 50 to 60 degrees. And the right side, the two pictures, the top right picture is my guide at the summit, and another one is me at the summit. This is my second snow mountain called Haba Snow Mountain. It is in Yunnan, China. This one is easier compared to just now the Mount Four Sisters, but the number of people who died on this mountain is much more than Mount Four Sisters. because of the climate on this mountain is much worse. You can see the wind is very strong around the summit area. At that time, the speed of the wind is probably 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, and no one can climb mountains at that circumstance. And the picture was taken at the base camp of the mountain, of the Habasno mountain. Another picture is my partner. This was taken at the summit. He's the one who just be half naked just now at the summit. So my next target is Thurs mountain, which is also located in Sichuan, China. This one is a really hard and technical mountain. If I can summit this mountain, it will be my first 6,000 meters mountain. I will probably go to climb this mountain this year or next year. So, how do we classify mountains? Usually people classify mountains by their elevation. If the mountain's elevation is between 1,500 to 3,500 meters, we call it high altitude, like Cerro Toro, that is a mountain in South America. If the elevation is between 3,500 to 5,500 meters, we call it very high altitude. Actually, Mount Kinabalu is in this range, so it is very high altitude. An example is Mount Eiger in Switzerland. If it is above 5,500 meters, we call it extreme altitude, like Kilimanjaro in Africa. And the dash room is about 8,000 meters. No one can stay there without supplementary oxygen. Even those professional climbers need oxygen to climb these mountains. But we cannot just compare mountains based on their altitude. So the shape of the mountain, the climate, and a lot of other factors also need to be considered. So for this case, which mountain of these four do you guys think is the hardest to climb?
Kilimanjaro.
You see Kilimanjaro? Sorry? The first one. Eiger. Any other opinions? Himalaya. They mean the Everest. Any more? So actually the climbing difficulty, the Cerro Toro is the most difficult to climb. 10 years ago, Cerro Toro was considered as the hardest mountain on the earth. And so far, I think less than 10 people have summited this mountain, because you can see the picture. The slope is nearly vertical, and the face is very flat and slippery. So there's no handhold, just like something like this board. So although it is not that high, it is very hard for people to climb that mountain. And Eiger is this mountain. You can see the face is also near vertical. And the Mount Everest, nowadays Everest is actually very easy for people to climb, because we have porters, we have guides, we have oxygen, we have money. So if you have about $50,000 US, and you can hire some porters
To carry you up.
yes, I think Steph can submit the mountain.
I'll buy a helicopter.
So how should we participate in mountaineering in Singapore? So although there are no high mountains in Singapore, but actually there are some sports that is closely associated with mountaineering, like cardio training, rock climbing, and ice climbing. If you want to climb a snow mountain, you have to be able to climb rock and ice. For cardio training, that is running, cycling, swimming. These are all cardio training, and we can do these exercises without any problem in Singapore. For rock climbing, there are a few climbing gyms in Singapore, and behind Bukit Timah there is a dairy farm. There's a rock face there for people can do rock climbing there. climbing is not available in Singapore. We can only go to Nepal, India, China, South Korea, those places to do ice climbing. So there is a joke. Yesterday I found funny pictures about rock climbing. So usually my friend think I'm doing a very dangerous sport. And my mom thinks every time. This is from the movie 127 Hours. And this photo was taken from a trailer made by Bian. And Mountaineer thinks we are just child playing around. But for myself, this was me rock climbing in Batu Caves, Kuala Lumpur last year. But actually, we are just lying in the sun because usually for a day of rock climbing, we can only climb 3 or 4 times, and the rest of the time we are just resting. And there's another joke. Yesterday, when I was preparing for the presentation, one of my friends sent me a picture. Inspiring, so inspiring. So I thought, what if I? So I did, and the result seems not that good because probably my shots are too big. If my shots are small, those sexy ones like this guy, Tom Daly, the result probably better. So for ice climbing, these are me and my friend ice climbing in Sichuan, China, last year, and these photos are also ice climbing. This one is not ice climbing; it's called mist climbing. So this guy is using ice tools to climb rocks. What is it? Waterfall. Yes, waterfall. That one is dangerous because it may be broken and the guy will fall down. There is a Singapore team heading for Mount Everest in 2015, and I encountered them when I was in Sichuan last year.
Are you going to go with that?
I didn't know them before, but after this I know them.
Are you going to go?
Sorry,
Isn't it too easy?
Everest? Yeah, it should be easy, but I think these people still need some training. This is their coach. I want, but it needs a lot of money and time. So the last part of my presentation is list I ranked by myself. I ranked top 10 mountains in Southeast Asia. I ranked this list based on 3 factors. One is the scenery, the view, the fun of climbing. Another is the difficulty level and the risk. And the third one is popularity. So let's take a look at what are they. The number 10 is Mount Fasikan, that is in Bian. That is the highest peak in Bian. And you can see the view of the sea of clouds is quite beautiful there. The number 9 is Mount Tahan, that is in Malaysia. This mountain is not that high, but the route of climbing is very long. It usually takes a person 10 days to do the climbing, so it's very tough. Number 8 is Mount Merapi. Just now I mentioned it in Indonesia, and it's very active. So I think that picture was taken last year. Last year it has a massive eruption and kills a lot of people. But luckily, when I climbed this mountain, the mountain is quite peace. But 1 month after I climbed it, it erupted and kills I think, thousands of people. Number 7 is Mount Kerinci. It is in Sumatra, Indonesia. That is the highest volcano in Indonesia. Number 6 is Mount Semeru. It's also in Java, Indonesia. So here comes the top 5. Number 5 is Mayong volcano. It is in the Philippines. This is known as the most beautiful volcanoes in the world because it has a perfect shape of cone. Number 4 is Mount Bromo. Some people say the view of Bromo is like view from like the landscape on the moon or on the Mars. This, number 3 is Mount Kinabalu in Malaysia. Number 2 is Mount Ningyang. This one I think is, if you can climb only one mountain in Southeast Asia, I suggest Mount Ningyang. It has a very beautiful view, and it is very fun to climb this mountain. And it is located in Lombok Island, so it is very easy for you guys to reach there. The top one is Pangkak Jaya, that is in the far east part of Indonesia. And this one is the only mountain in this list that has ice and snows. And this mountain is the highest peak in Southeast Asia. So, yeah, that's all for my presentation. Thank you, guys.
So let's say to climb like Kinabalu, right? How much training or technical knowledge do you need?
Just, I think cardio training.
Just cardio
training, yeah.
So how fit must you be? Must you be able to like run a marathon or how?
For a man, I think you have to run 5 kilometers in 30 minutes. Yeah. Or 10 kilometers in 1 hour. And you are able to climb Kinabalu. Any other questions?
For girls?
Girls, I think 5 kilometers in 35 minutes.
You get an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5
I
minutes.
wrote 5 kilometers in 1 hour.
That's not running, that's walking. Let's say if I want to climb Kinabalu, will you say that that's one of the it's for beginners?
Yeah, beginners.
Okay, so how do I go about booking a trip and what equipment do I need?
Kinabalu, just shoes and backpack.
That's all.
Probably you can bring a sanitary towel or condom. They are very useful in mountain climbing. Your sanitary towel can soak up those waters in your shoes, and condom you can use to waterproof dry bag, cover some equipment. Yeah, I think you must have a lot of them. So, any other
Is it
questions?
expensive?
Kinabalu? Yes, because there is only one company that running the business on the mountain, so the price is quite expensive, and you have to book about half a year earlier before your trip. You want to go?
It was very interesting.
Okay. Bring some girls.
What's your favorite climber?
I'm sorry.
Do you have a favorite climber?
Favorite climber? Probably Chris Shang. You?
Yeah, Alex
Oh, you climb as well.
Not at I'm thinking
What's your next step? What's your next?
Next mountain?
peak.
Another snow mountain in Tibet.
It's true.
Yeah, Chair Mountain.
Oh, that's okay.
So if there are any more questions, you can feel free to contact me.
I know the ice is staying down to the line.
I bring ice axe. Should I bring it down? Yeah, it's in my.
Jamin, go wait in the other room.
I would really like but except I took the lead.
So this is the ice axe. So for your question now, sorry, what is the question?
The ice is strong enough. When it's really climbing.
For experienced climber, you can see from when you see the ice, you can distinguish by the color, and you can touch it, whether it is tough or not. And when you throw this one in, you can feel it.
on, I'm renovating anyway. Just dig a hole in the wall.
On this wall.
So what part of each part of the axe do you use for what?
Sorry.
Like, what's this used for? What's that used for? What's that?
That is for your hand.
The metal on the bottom, is that for like chipping it?
Or sometimes you can, you're walking on a snow slope, you can hold it like this way, and this one is deep into the snow. These two are for, of course, for kicking into the ice, and this one is for sometimes you need to make a step on the snow slope, so you use this one to make a step. This one is like a hammer to sometimes you need to kick something into the rock and ice. You can touch it.
When you climb the mountain, right? Like let's say you go for a 5-day trip, right? So you have to bring your tents, or you stay in like a guest house, or is there
Tents. Usually
tents? And then
tents.
what you eat?
Take the elevator up.
But on Kinabalu there is a resort. Halfway.
How heavy is your mountaineering bag?
The weight
Yeah.
usually about 20 kilometers. Sorry, 20 kg.
So what do you eat?
Nuts, usually nuts. I like nuts. And some cereal bar.
That's all.
That's all.
5 days.
5 days, yes.
You eat nuts for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. Yes, basically yes.
Wow.
And maybe some bread and bananas. Sometimes.
Do you get altitude sickness?
I never get it. But some people get it. Well, you're really interested in climbing.
It looks very interesting. Yeah, really interesting. But I think I'm not fit enough. I think I'll die.
Also, the bag weighs more than you.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking. I don't know how I'm going to carry all this inside.
How the ghost pee then?
Sorry.
How the ghost pee then?
Girls?
Yeah.
Eat at all. Oh, that is an interesting topic. I did some research on it.
Who and pee in the ice mountain?
Dig a hole.
The
If,
tent?
Slides up.
In the tent?
if the mountain is not that high, girls can go out and pee outside. If the mountain is very high, like Everest, they have to pee inside the tent.
Oh,
I never see how they pee because I never go to mountains like Everest. But I heard from others they use some bottle or some. I'm not sure what kind of things they use. But they have to pee inside the tent.
wow.
Because if they go outside and pee, their pee will become ice very quickly.
Then I pee off the mountain before. You know that mountain in Yunnan?
Yunnan, the Yulong.
Yulong. I pee off Yulong before.
On the mountain.
On the mountain.
How did you feel?
Awesome. The view was awesome. The view was awesome. There was ice and snow.
So you were very enjoying the process of that.
Yeah, because I went up to the snow mountain there, I took off all my clothes, so I'm like,
Did you get frostbite?
no.
Anything else?
Did you climb the Yulong as well?
Yeah, I peed and I do another business on the mountain.
I also climbed the mountain, but I take the lift up. You climb, I take the lift.
哎，你知道这个会飞对吧？
I know. It's okay.
Any more questions?
Okay, if you have